then I'm going to demonstrate the rolled paper Christmas tree. So in your kit, you've already got the background plaque when the background paper's already been glued down to it. You want to make sure that you are working with the bottom at the bottom, if that makes sense. When you put this tree on, make sure, because this little dowel goes into the hole in the back of your plaque, and that's what's going to make it stand up on a counter or a mantle or something. And you want to make sure the bottom of your tree is at the bottom of this plaque. Okay, so first you're going to take your sandpaper, and in your kit the corners are longer than the plaque. So you're going to take your sandpaper and sand the paper so that your corners are smoothed out and kind of trimmed right to the wood frame that it is glued to. Make sure you get every corner, get all that excess paper off. Then you're going to take your make your paper rolls. You're going to take a pencil in your kit and you've got 13 sheets of paper here, and you're just going to roll each one. And that requires you to take this pencil and roll the paper up in the pencil. The pencil up in the paper. And it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. Once you get it rolled on there, I kind of give it a little squeeze on the pencil so that when I go to take the pencil out, it stays in the rolled position. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue this paper so that when it rolls, it's gluing to itself. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. From there, maybe on. So that now I'm going to take this pencil. I don't want glue on the pencil, so I didn't put it on the beginning part. I'm going to roll this up, and by the time this paper gets to the glued part, the pencil's already kind of protected, so I'm not gluing the paper to the pencil. And I'm rolling it up as tight as I can get, but still gonna need to slip this pencil out of the paper. Just put a little bit more glue on there in case you feel like it is dried before you could get all the way. Make sure you get the edge so that when you get to the last roll, that this paper, the seam, will be glued down nice and snug to the paper. Give it a couple little push down on it so that that glue will really stick. And then slide the pencil out and you have a roll. Okay, you're going to want to do that with all 13 sheets of paper. So I've got all 12 of my papers rolled up. This is the last one that I have to do. I just wanted to give you a little tip. When I stick the pencil on here, I kind of pull this paper over and almost give it like a crease so that it'll stay on the pencil. And then I lift, I'm barely lifting the pencil up with my thumbs, but that's going to let this roll on top of itself, if that makes sense, because this can get a little bit tricky to roll this paper. So, and then I'm pushing down really firmly into the table onto the pencil as I roll the pencil forward. I'm at this last line, so I'm going to make sure there's a nice bit of glue on there, but just give that pencil a little bit of a lift as you roll it. I don't know, that helped me. You know, play with it a little bit and see if there's a trick or a technique that helps you be able to roll that paper around there a little bit easier. So now I have all of my papers rolled, and I'm going to place them in an order kind of just a random order that you would like your tree to be in. There's a little bit of red in there. Separate the colors out, kind of put some red in the top and red in the bottom and green throughout, and just get a pattern that you can be happy with. And then you've got this tree pattern. You're going to want to go ahead and cut this tree pattern out along the lines. Okay, so cut out the outside of the tree pattern. See this one at the top? This line right here at the top, you're going to cut that out as well. Okay, this is the template of how you're going to make this tree. So you're going to place your template on top of your rolled paper. You're going to take your pencil and take it over to the pencil sharpener and sharpen it. You can also use a pen, or if one of your parents or grandparents or whoever you're with has a pen or pencil in their purse, you can use that too. You're going to take your template and allowing these rolls to sit kind of snug against each other. You're just going to mark the rolls. This can be tricky. Get help from your neighbor if you need help with this, keeping these on the table and in place while you mark this template. Okay, I'm just going to hold this all down, and then I'm going to mark where the tree line is on each one of these papers. This is where we're going to cut the rolls. I'll do it on this side. I'm going to cut the rolls to make the tree shape. It's okay if it's not perfectly exact. You're still going to get the nice taper of the tree up the plaque. Okay, so I'm going to take this template off, and I'm going to take my scissors, and on each one of these, find the line and clip it off. Let's see, I didn't do that in the camera's frame. Let's see if I can do it here. Find the line and clip that off. That's my bottom one. And next one. And as I cut them, I'm going to place them on my plaque. Turn it this way so you can see it. Okay. One by one, trim and place. I'm cutting off the camera frame. Trim, trim, and place on the plaque. Next one in line, trim, trim. I'm just cutting right where I made my pencil lines. If you have dark paper, make sure you make those pencil lines dark so that you can see where they are when it's time to go and trim them. Another thing is, you're going to want to make sure that the seam side of the paper of each roll is down. I can't find my pencil line on this one. Oh, it is that line. I thought that was part of the paper, but it's my line. And did it again. Can't tell you what not to do and then me do it. Oh, it's right there. Make sure you make that pencil line nice and dark so that you can find it when you go to trim. Cut all of those out. You have a little bit of a mess to clean up, and then you want to place them so that they make this tree. So I've got all the angles facing up, except for this guy, he's gone rogue. And this is how it's gonna look once I get it glued on here. So I'm going to take my time and lift each of these rolls one at a time and glue the tacky glue. Use the tacky glue to draw a strip. You could maybe do 2 at a time. Draw a strip of glue and put the roll back on. And if you just do 1 or 2 at a time, you'll be sure to be able to put it back into place and hold it there until it dries. Start with the bottom one, work your way up so that each one lays snugly against the one before it. And there's glue on your table. Got this Turbo Tacky Glue or this Quick Dry Tacky Glue. This is just going to take some time to work with each one. Put the strip of glue down and place the roll on into a place. Wait for it to dry as you work your way up. It's going to take some time to dry. Make sure at the end that those are drying and staying in place. Then you're going to take your Scrabble piece. That's going to be your trunk. So you want to glue that into place. You do have glue dots. Let's see, you've got 2 glue dots. You're going to use, you can use one for your Scrabble piece, or you can use the quick dry glue. And then the star at the top actually has this peel off. So you can peel that off and stick the star to the top. And then you take your red button and you're going to peel back your glue dot paper, okay, to expose the dot. Take your button, push it onto the glue dot and peel it off of the backing and put that in the middle of your star. And then you've got the rolled paper Christmas tree. I hope you like it. Thanks for coming.